Yeah, it's prediction time, baby.
I'm nervous.
Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Red, White, and Blues podcast. I'm Daniel. I'm more awake this episode, and that is Jason over there. And he is looking sexy as ever. And tonight, how are you doing tonight, Jason?
You're looking sexy too with your nice
Thanks, man.
beard. I
Thanks,
like
man.
that beard. Think you
Thank
look.
you.
Think you look. As my mom would say when I was young, sharp.
Oh, that is definitely an older generation word.
Yeah. I always thought that was a very high compliment from my mom. She would say, "Oh, you look real sharp." So, in my mind, that is the best compliment someone can give me, and no one ever says that. So,
I'm gonna start calling you Sharp, Jason, from now on.
oh, thanks, man. Well, you look real sharp right now. This predictions episode is I don't know why I'm so nervous about it because I am taking it seriously, but like not so much that I should be this nervous about it, if that makes sense.
Right.
So yeah. How are you doing? Are you totally pumped for this episode?
I'm totally not pumped for this episode because I still don't know who I'm going to pick to win the Premier League. Although I've written it down on paper, I just am constantly questioning myself over and over again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just going to be. I figured we would. We'll jump into the predictions, I guess. If you've never watched us before, we are the Red, White, and Blues podcast. We attempt, more like fail, to predict these things in the Premier League every year. So we will go through various categories, and we will give you who we think is going to do this. For some of the predictions pertain to Chelsea, some pertain to the Premier League, and then at the end of the episode, we will reveal our top six. And I guess our bottom three at the end of this episode. That is, we're going to save the big ones for last. I figured that was for the best. Maybe, get some retention time. That's what it's all about, retention. So if you want to know our big picks, you'll have to stay around. But I guess we can jump into this. Do we want to start with Premier League or Chelsea, Jason? What do we want to do? Do we want to do Chelsea, players, who's going to be player of the year?
Let's do Prem. Let's build it up
first. Okay, build it up. Okay, so we will start with the Prem. Okay, so we'll start with we'll start with the I guess Golden Boot winner for the Premier League this year, Jason.
Okay.
Who in your in-depth analysis, the hours that you've spent going through the stats, what has ChatGPT led you to?
Okay, speaking of,
we should have let Claude predict all these things.
Dude, I know. We can reveal the predictions on the live stream.
That's what we could give Claude. If you want to know Claude's predictions, we'll talk about those on the live stream.
Yeah. We'll let AI have its day since it doesn't have enough of those right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, yeah. So speaking of predictions, I was for some reason I really had it in my head that I needed to set up our other prediction sheet from our scores. Which, if you want our Crystal Palace predictions, listen to the last episode. This will come out before then, but we decided this was only for the season predictions. So, yeah. Okay. So, what are we starting on? What did you just say?
Golden Boot winner for the Premier League.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I'm going to go easy, and I am going to predict this guy stays healthy all season, and I'm going to predict Haaland.
Hey, I had the same exact pick as you.
Yes.
Same rationale. He's going to stay healthy. I'm taking the easy way out on this one. I've never picked Haaland to win the Golden Boot in this his third year in the Premier League because the first year we forgot about him.
Yeah.
Neither one of us crossed our minds to pick Haaland to win, and then he won it. And last year he got hurt for a good chunk of the season, so he didn't.
I know.
perform. But here's an interesting thing to follow this Holland thing up, Jason. So let's say Holland gets hurt again this year. How soon do we start having the conversation about him being a bust, or not necessarily a bust because he does score goals, but like injury prone? Like if he has another significant injury this year,
like it's hard to use the word bust there, right? But like I totally know what you mean, and like that's gonna be tough because it will be disappointing for sure.
Yeah.
If he does go injured again, because man, that dude's first season in the league was insane.
It was
unparalleled almost, but like it just, I don't know. I hesitate to use the word bust because like it is possible, but like, dude, like if you're injured 2 out of your 3 years, and like you had the potential, like everybody knew, like it's just a foregone conclusion that it's like easy to pick Holland because you know he's going to score. Like that would be devastating. I think that would be so disappointing. Yeah,
it would be.
That in of itself would be a bust, but like he wouldn't be a bust other than injury record. But like, I mean,
it would have been. It'd be more of like he's not a bust, but it'd be more like what could have been if Holland stayed healthy in these years, you know, because he still contributes a shit ton to City, you know.
Right, yes.
But even, you know, he plays half the season and he still freaking scores a shit ton of goals. So,
oh, dude, it's gonna be insane. Yeah, I hope that he doesn't, just because I think. I mean, I don't want him. I want our guy.
Right. But we'll go to a Palmer, obviously.
Yeah. But we don't have a Holland.
Right.
And it is, I don't know. I like respect when players are just really good players and like can really do what they're meant to do. And like that dude's a born striker.
Yeah.
And like, so it's like I don't want it, but I also hate to see people get injured. And I want our team to play the other team's best 11 every time. Like I don't ever want an alternate narrative about why we won or why we lost.
Fair.
Like I always want the 2 best teams at all times.
Right.
So yeah, that's my foundational thoughts behind a match. But yeah, I would be really sad if Holland didn't, but also I don't want Holland to play against us. I just hope he gets a red card or something and then he's out. I don't want him to be injured. But
I mean, the crazy thing is that I literally City's season hinges on 2 players. Like last year, we saw what happened when Rodri was out, and Holland was out for a good chunk of that time as well, and we saw how they struggled. But they struggled more defensively last year, I thought, than anything. Their defense was shit. Like when you have to put Mateus Nunes at right back for stretches of time, like, so it'll be interesting to see. City's an interesting case this year. I guess we'll talk more about that later. But all right, top assister in the Premier League.
Oh, I know. This is where I'm really bad at knowing.
I'm terrible at this. I'm going to go on level. I picked the same exact person as I did last year.
I don't remember who I picked last year.
I erased all your picks already. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I need to not. I need to not know.
Yeah.
You say yours, and then maybe I'll steal.
You'll steal
I'm gonna look at some stats.
I'm going with Odegaard this year.
Okay.
Having more firepower around him, I feel like Odegaard will get more assists this year. And probably lead the Premier League in assists, and it'll probably end up being some no-name person that I've never heard of before, and you know, whatever. I feel like it'll either be him or Wirtz. I don't know. Liverpool. We'll just save that discussion. I'm going Martin Odegaard.
Yeah. Dude. So Palmer was in the top 10 last year. Odegaard not in the top 10 last year. You know,
because he had freaking Kai Havertz in front of him.
Yes,
I mean, nobody's going to be in the top 10 if Kai Havertz is leading your freaking line.
Yeah. You know, another interesting team that the narrative around them has been so interesting. The transfer season or this transfer window is Newcastle.
Yeah, because they can't buy anybody because Eddie
Nobody
Howe's
wants to
out
go
there.
there.
Yeah, Eddie Howe's out there complaining like we can't get anybody because of PSR, blah 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 blah.
I
Well,
know, and they might win or they might lose Isaac.
Yeah.
So, but what's crazy is that Alanga, who is probably one of Newcastle's best signings,
Yeah.
this transfer window, with Nottingham Forest last year, he was third in assists, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then Jacob Murphy, who was second in assists. So Newcastle now have like the top two assisters. The problem is who are they going to feed next season? And that's the issue.
I mean, you got Anthony Gordon still there. I mean, the question is, will Isak be a Newcastle player next year? Because if you don't have Isak and they go get somebody like a Nicholas Jackson, I'm trying to think of who else they were linked. They're linked to a couple other strikers. It's like nobody's Isak.
Exactly.
So,
okay, I'm going to go with the top assister from last year. And I'm going to say Mo Salah. If Liverpool get somebody that Mo Salah feeds, and I don't think because Liverpool's attack is pretty good. Their defense is where they're going to have trouble this year.
You think?
And what's that?
You think?
Yeah. You don't think? You don't think they'll have?
I don't know. We'll save the conversations for. We'll save
a little.
We'll
a little spoiler. A little spoiler for you. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they'll have a problem in attack, especially if they get somebody like Isak, which is their window is going to be insane if they did that. Or if they do that. But if Isak comes in, I don't think Mo Salah scores as much, but I can still see Mo Salah being a good feeder for whoever the striker comes in. So I'm gonna take the easy way out, and I'm just gonna say Salah right now.
Okay.
But I respect the Odegaard pick.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. It's such a the big question around, I think, I'll just shut up because I'm gonna end up spoiling stuff.
The big question around it is, does Cole Palmer get more assists?
That's true when he actually has a striker in front of him. Because I mean,
yes, I think Cole Palmer's in the top 5 assisters this year.
I would agree with that because you think of who we surrounded him with now.
Exactly.
So I agree with that. All right. Manager of the year, Jason.
Oh shit.
Or do we want? Wait. Let's go player of the year first. Player of the year.
Player
in
of
the
the
Premier
year.
League. Yeah,
Cole Palmer.
In the Premier League.
Sorry, spoilers. Cole Palmer.
Is that who you picked?
Yep.
I picked too. I picked Palmer too.
Yeah. Yes, baby. That means he's definitely gonna win.
Totally. Or we might have just double jinxed him because we're not very good at this game.
I like, unless Cole Palmer, I'm not going to jinx anything. That dude has the potential to have an even bigger breakout season than he did the first season with us. And
I would agree with that.
I think that's saying something.
I think your point about his assists going up this year, and just the things we've seen in preseason, the chemistry he has with the new players like João Pedro in the Club World Cup, and then Estamao. I think getting rid of Madueke, being a selfish asshole.
He had that one hat trick, and he thought he could replicate.
I know. Against freaking Wolves, and he thought he was Mr. Superstar. God. But Cole Palmer, I agree, will be player of the year this year.
Yeah.
I think that he is. I think he's on the potential breaking out. And the crazy thing is like he's on the list, the final 25 for the Ballon d'Or or whatever. You compare his stats to a lot of the other players' stats on there. I know you can't compare it to a goalkeeper or defender that's on there, but if you compare it to the Yamals or I'm trying to think who the other attackers are that are up there. Yamal is the one that stands out. Dembele. His stats are better than theirs, but he doesn't get near the praise because it comes down to Dembele won the Champions League. Yamal, they won La Liga. So it's sort of
Right.
like, is this a trophy competition or is this like
Right.
the best player on like in the world competition? And
Is it
like
the most
it's
impactful player for a team competition?
right.
You know?
Exactly. Like my criteria, and this is the problem I have with any kind of MVP vote because there is no set criteria because
Right.
everybody judges it differently. But my criteria has always been if you take that person off that team, how bad does that team become?
Right. Right.
Like, would that team still finish where they were if that player wasn't playing, or are they somewhat replaceable?
Yeah.
And I just think Cole Palmer, like, we would not have gotten fourth last year. We would the year before we would not have finished anywhere close to where we did with Potch if it wasn't for Palmer, because Palmer literally drug Potch to the sixth place finish. Last year, and you and
Yeah.
me both predicted in our predictions episode that Palmer would not have as good of a year. And we were both right
Right.
about
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But I think the adverse effect of that is he went through a very long goal scoring drought.
He
Like
did.
in the middle of the season, we weren't playing well. So if that gets remedied and he's just more consistent this year,
Hmm.
his numbers will be mind blowing this year.
Dude, he had two free kicks, like kind of straight on at the
Mm-hmm.
goal, like just outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
At the AC Milan game, they almost both went in.
Yep.
Like, dude's been working on stuff. Like you
He
can see
has.
it.
Yep.
He wants it. He's hungry. He doesn't want to
He
go through
is.
another goal trail.
I agree. So this is an award that I put in here personally just because I wanted to and because I don't
Yes.
give a F. But it is Rookie of the Year as in American terms or Young Player of the Year as in European football terms.
Yeah.
But in the Premier League this season, I'm going to hand out a young player, which I'm pretty sure they do this every year.
We've
just never done it before. But I thought
Yeah.
this year we should do it, and we may never do it again. Like this
Yeah.
might never be a thing we predict again. But Rookie of the Year / Young Player of the Year, Jason. Who are you going to pick this year?
Daniel, you just say yours because it's going to be the same. Just say it. You get to say it. You get to.
I get
to lay it out there. Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior Esteval will be the young player / rookie of the year this year. Yes, he will be. I'm expecting double-digit goals and assist combinations this year, between 12 and 15. Is my probably not. That's probably a little unrealistic. But if we can just get to double-digit goals and assists in the Premier League, I'll be
incredible. That'll be incredible.
Yeah. So Esteval, the reward that we're going to say created just for him. At least it was on this podcast. So he will be winning that award this year. All right. Let's see. Manager of the year, Jason, in the Premier League.
Dude, okay. What I love about this predictions episode is it's going to be very Chelsea heavy.
Oh, okay. I know where it's going. Say his name. Speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. Maresca. I like it.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. We know Jason is pumping the sunshine today. I see where this is going. I see where this is going this year. I've gone sort of the opposite direction from you. Last year I picked the dude from Ipswich. I don't remember his name now, just out of spite.
Right.
Because I wanted to see Twitter burn down. But this year I'm going with Regis Lebris, the Sunderland manager. I don't even know if I pronounced his name right.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. We know where this goes. I'm going with the Sunderland manager will be the manager of the year in Premier League. He is going to smite everybody that's predicting Sunderland to go down this year. And he's going to say, no, not on my watch. We are not going to go down. We're going to finish mid-table this year because we are Sunderland, and we always need Sunderland in the Premier League. I love
that so much.
I'm a Chelsea fan and a Sunderland fan. I can't tell you a single player on Sunderland's team, but I've watched the documentary, and I love Sunderland.
Yeah, dude, that is awesome. I know,
and they've been through some shit years. Much. They've been through some shit years. Sunderland deserves to stay up.
I agree.
They just deserve it. Oh, hold on. I got to write in your manager of the year. I've got to write in Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Who will be the first manager fired, Jason?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know who the managers are. Oh, okay, I have one.
Okay.
This will be a spoiler. Graham Potter.
Oh, that there are people predicting West Ham to get relegated this year. That is actually not that bad of a shout.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Mine is strictly based off of looks and nothing else. Just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Daniel Fark. I can't
Okay.
remember who does he manage. I can't remember now off the top of my head. It's some shit team.
I literally just
Leeds.
read this because
He manages
Leeds.
Leeds.
Leeds. Yep.
Yeah, that's also another reason because I hate Leeds. So
Yep.
I'm predicting Daniel Fark will be the first one fired in the Premier League because Leeds they're going right back down. Sorry, spoiler.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Surprise team of the year, Jason.
Okay. Is this going to be a surprise? This has changed recently because a few episodes later, and you tell me if this is an okay shout. A few episodes earlier, I said this team had done shit all in the transfer window. And I think they've made some key signings. Does it mean that they're going to pop back up into top 4 territory this season?
No. But I think it just means they exceed the expectation.
Okay.
This is our own judgment call. This is one of the few that we actually sort of judge ourselves.
Yeah, I think this goes to Manchester United.
Okay, that's a fair shout.
I'm looking at some of their transfers right now. After I said that they hadn't done shit all. They've
literally done everything
the
in the last 2
Mbumo
weeks.
transfer, the Cunha transfer.
Yep.
Those are pretty big. I still think they have some work to do, but those are pretty big transfers.
I agree.
And I think they'll without European football.
Yeah.
Just a week to week. I think they'll definitely be above Tottenham again in the Premier League. And I think Tottenham's going to struggle really hard this season. But in terms of team that's going to outperform based on what they did last season, it's hard. It's an easy shout because they finished 15th last season.
Right.
Right. But I think Manchester United could be on their way back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about Tottenham. They've already lost.
Yeah.
Probably their best player for the season now.
Exactly.
Madison's out.
Yeah.
Son is gone. They didn't improve defensively, and they went out and hired a shit coach. So
yeah.
Mid-table coach. So
and the reason that coach isn't going to get fired first is because Tottenham will stubbornly not fire him.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah.
At least whenever they had Ainge, at least he played exciting football.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank does some.
Yeah, their signings though they have. They got Paulinho and they got Kudus. So
but
that's not bad, and they just have Paulinho on loan. But they're not going to be able to do anything this season.
No, they're aging. They're getting older. They have brought in some youth players here and there, but they're just not. I don't know. Palinga and Kudus don't excite me. I know we were linked to Kudus for a little while, and I was just I don't want he doesn't excite me. But
their depth is going to really it's going to hurt them
because they're in the
Champions League.
Yeah, so
it's unfortunate. Man United, which might have changed their transfer strategy, I guess, if they had gotten Champions League.
Yeah,
which is such a weird thing to say because both of those teams needed Champions League, but they also needed to super rebuild.
Yeah,
and it's but Man United are way more. They're a little bit more. I won't say way more. They're a little bit more ready for the Champions League this year than Tottenham are, and I think Tottenham are really going to struggle playing all the competitions this year.
Yes, 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Week the Premier League will be clinched.
Oh,
this is always a fun one. I enjoy this one. It's just out of the ballpark.
I am going down to the wire. I'm going 38.
You picked 38 last year, I'm pretty sure.
I know. And freaking Liverpool did their thing,
Yep.
and F that. But I'm going 38 again this year because I think the top 4 is going to be competitive, like more competitive than normal. And so
I forgot to give my surprise team of the year.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't figure it out by the coach, it's Sunderland.
Yeah.
Just screw the haters because everybody's predicting to go right back down. But Sunderland, legit, I do think they will stay up because they have legit spent a shit ton of money in the transfer window.
And they've gotten good transfers too. Like,
and that's the thing.
People that are really going to come in and help.
Yeah, if they don't stay up, that's not going to be good. But I do think that they've spent a lot of money and they've spent well. But I do think they stay up.
The Xhaka transfer alone is really good. And they got Mark Gooey.
They got Gooey on loan. They did get Gooey on loan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing with like, I do think Sunderland has the right strategy though. If you want to stay up in the Premier League, if you're not just okay with yo-yoing back and forth,
yes,
like you have to do what Sunderland is doing to stay up now because the disparity is just that much greater in the two leagues. Like, so
because the expectation it is a reasonable expectation to just relegate all the newly promoted teams,
right?
Like that is like an easy prediction if you want to predict that. But yeah, I'm with you. In the case of Sunderland, that's such a good. You probably already won this prediction because I also believe in Sunderland this year as well, and I agree. They are going to like rock everybody's world.
I think they will. And I think that's the difference. Like I think there's always outliers to like the rule, like Ipswich. And I think Wrexham's an outlier to the rule too. I think both of those clubs are examples of clubs that moved up too quick. Like I think it's going to bite Wrexham in the ass this year. Like I don't think they'll be relegated, but I think there's a good, if they go down, it wouldn't surprise me because I think they've moved up too quick. And same thing with Ipswich. Like there was just no way they were going to compete last year. Like, and now you're seeing like the same, like Ipswich is the outlier. Like I don't think Ipswich is coming right back up. It's going to be the Leicester. It's going to be Leicester and Leeds just constantly yo-yoing, and another club from there from the Championship will occasionally sneak in. But if they don't spend like Sunderland's doing, they're not staying up. Yeah. So it's the way it is. So now, and it sucks because I feel like the smaller clubs can't compete. And I feel like that's what makes the FA Cup so great is because the small teams have that chance to play the Premier League teams, and it's just a one-off match. And hey, they might get lucky, but I feel like the Premier League is so top heavy. But it's weird. It's top heavy, but it's also more competitive. I guess we'll talk about that later.
Well, in the top heaviness enough, like just to piggyback on the FA Cup thing, it's kind of making the FA Cup even more special or must watch in some ways, more so than it has been, even though like it's always been, because the FA Cup is like one of the oldest, most important,
prestigious,
tournaments in the world. So yeah, it was always important, but it is like even more must watch because it's one of like the only times you're going to see some teams that are like in the lower ranks make it to play some of the bigger teams. And then, you got like the giant killer stuff. So there's a lot of narrative there that is really intriguing, especially as the Premier League gets more top heavy, even though it sucks overall, probably for the competitiveness of the FA itself. But anyway.
Yeah, for sure. So Sunderland's my surprise team, Manchester United for Jason. Week the Premier League will be clinched. Jason's saying week 38. I'm saying 36. I think I went 35 last year. I'm going 36 this year.
I almost went 37.
I think it's going to be another down to the wire thing. I think it's going to be another competitive season where 3-4 teams are really battling it out for the championship. So, FA Cup winner, Jason.
Chelsea FC.
Are you going Chelsea to win the FA Cup?
Dude, spoilers. Yeah. I'm not going to say that spoiler. Yes.
Okay.
I want the FA Cup. I want it badly.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
been a
we can
while.
make a good run in a tournament. If I'm going to predict us to win a tournament, it's going to be this one. I also am really invested in the whole, and I think this came on BR Sports because there's like a bet going on between Matisse, who is, I think, one of the coolest Chelsea fans out there, and I love listening to him and like.
You mean it's not Rory? Rory's not your.
It's definitely not Rory, who got in hot water the other day for saying above 12 you shouldn't wear a jersey out and about. Not even the games.
That's so stupid.
As a Man U fan, is asking Mark. Well, it's Mark Goldbridge and the other guy. I don't know. There's like they do stuff together, and the other guy is showing Mark Goldbridge that video of Rory saying that. As Rory is like, I've never worn my jersey to work. As it shows Rory on like the club wearing his jersey. and I kind of agree with Mark Goldbridge on this. Like, Rory is saying that because he knows it'll get a reaction and therefore like will be talked about, which is a way to do things. So, but all of that in context means I listen to Rory all the time. I think Rory is like one of the smartest just football fans out there. Like, his knowledge retention is just insane to me, and I like genuinely admire it. But like there is a level of I could only take Rory so seriously.
Yeah.
And because he does say stuff like that often.
Yes.
And I just think like I just don't take that too seriously, even though there's a coffee guy I watch too that is like has amazing knowledge, but like there's some things he says that I'm just like, I know why you're saying this, and I'm not on board. So, but Matisse, Matisse has a bet with some of the another one of the Arsenal guys about who will win a trophy first between us and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I am invested. And so I picked Chelsea for the FA Cup.
Okay. Fair enough. I picked Manchester United to win the FA Cup.
That's good. Yeah,
because I feel like really that because I will say this about United, they do prioritize the FA Cup. Like that, it is a thing for United, and with them not having any European football this year, I feel like because they know they're not going to win the Premier League.
Yeah,
but I feel like they're going to go balls to the walls in the FA Cup and try and win the FA Cup this year. And I rate Amarin, so there's that too. So I think he will right the ship at United this year, and I think they will win the FA Cup this year.
He has a lot to prove this season.
He does,
but he inherited a bad situation. So
he inherited a shit situation. This is his
season, I think.
Yeah. I agree. He might probably should be my pick for manager of the year because I don't know. I'm going Sunderland.
You're so invested.
I'm so invested.
I have a theme.
Yes, you clearly do.
I have an agenda, actually. I'll say that.
The cup no one cares about, aka the Caraboa Cup.
Oh, I'm going to go purely based on vibes and recency bias. Crystal Palace wins that cup.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay. They win it.
Okay. I mean, I was expecting you to be like Chelsea.
No. I have my agenda set in stone, so Chelsea can't win that one. Okay. They have to win that one.
You said Crystal Palace, so let me write that out. And a shocker here. I'm predicting Chelsea to win the Caraboa Cup.
Whoa! Hey, if we win a trophy, we win a trophy, man.
We win a trophy. I will be mad that we will invest time into winning this trophy, but I feel like we will win this trophy. We will end the Wembley. So the big factor here is we are both predicting the Wembley curse ends this year. One way or another, the Wembley curse ends this year. So we're putting some positive odds out there.
If these predictions don't come true, I predict deep runs into the cup.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think
none of this. We're going out fourth round shit. These are deep runs.
I don't know. We always do one where we go out.
I know, but it's gonna happen. These guys are serial winners right now.
Hey,
this is the year to keep winning. Next year we can talk about the fall off because it might.
Yeah.
But this year, it's our year. It's our season.
Okay. All right. So we're now into stuff for the Chelsea team this year. Who will be our leading goal scorer this season, Jason?
I want it to be Palmer, but I also think after what we talked about, I can't remember when we talked about João Pedro. I think it was last pod.
That was last episode.
Okay, I'm gonna predict João.
Dude, me too. I predicted João too. I predicted some João Pedro as well.
I just think right now he's very exciting. If he gets the curse, but he doesn't have the number 9 shirt, which is good. But if he gets the curse of being the front guy at Chelsea, then yeah, we reserve the right to change our predictions, but later in the season. But for now, the dude's killing it.
Yeah,
there's no reason not to think it's going to be him.
Are we being blinded too much by his first 5 matches, Jason?
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh,
yes, 100%.
I have nothing but recency bias going on.
Yeah, for sure. It's all based on the last 5 matches as well.
Exactly.
But I do think he's going to have a good year. I do think it's going to be interesting to see him and Delop and that battle that they have going on. I did tweet out the other day that after João Pedro scored in the match, I said, well, Delop might be relegated to cup matches now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I do think...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say maybe the competition is good for them, though.
I agree 100%. I think the competition is good. And I also think that it also depends on the teams that we play because they both offer 2 different styles of football. Like Delop is much more of that hold up, I'm going to just pound on you, get in your head the whole match, like bully you, type football. Whereas João Pedro is more of a finesse player. Like, I'm going to use my speed, my quickness, my skills to get around you. I'm going to make crazy runs into the box, and Cole Palmer's going to find me, or Neto's going to find me. So it's like they both offer something. They both have different profiles. So I do think if Maresca can balance that right, when we're playing a team with a high line, you put João Pedro in there to get in behind. And then if you're playing a team that's going to sit low and you need somebody to bully them off the ball, you can use Delop. Like, you have options, 2 different profile players. I just think maybe João Pedro will score more goals. Look, I'm just hoping they both can get into double digits this year.
I knew that's all I care about. They're hard again. My nipples are hard.
Oh, man. All right. Leading assister for Chelsea's team. I'm going to go and start typing yours out because I know who you're going to say.
Mr. Palmer.
Yeah. Same thing with me. Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Same thing. I think it's safe to say
Esteban next year, but Palmer.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that Palmer is gonna. The fact that he has 2 sort of competent strikers in front of him this year makes me think his assist total is just to have the expectations to just go through the roof because he actually has people that can finish in front of him now. So
if Giddens finds some finishing form, Neto, I think Neto performs pretty similarly to last season. But if Esteban comes in too, like he's got the wingers up front too, and then I bet you he gets some off of Cucurella.
Yeah. We know Cucurella will have a good 5-6 goals this year.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't have any midfielders that can score right now. So outside of Palmer.
Name the last midfielder that we had that could score, Jason.
Lampard. No, probably Fabregas.
Yeah. Well, he was more of an assist.
He was. You're right.
But he could score. I was trying to think. I was racking my brain.
I'm losing. They're all running together.
They are.
This is where my football knowledge really gets exposed, is on these types of episodes because I can't recall names.
Mata, maybe. And I guess if you consider Palmer a midfielder, then it's Palmer, obviously. But it just depends on how people perceive that. But I don't know. All right. Chelsea Player of the Year.
Oh. I mean, I'm going with the Premier League Player of the Year. and that's
True.
Corey Palmer.
I'm going to be different, and I'm going with a repeat of last year and Mr. Dirty Work himself, Caicedo.
Dude,
so
such a good shout. Yeah.
I mean, like they both are. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. Like you're just really saying, okay, this person's probably going to be healthier. Like I don't know, the season Caicedo had last year, and the thing that pisses me off so much about it's not about Caicedo. It's about the way Caicedo is officiated.
Yes.
Is because like he will make some of the most out of the world tackles, and there's just no way it's supposed to not be a foul, and it's not a foul, but the ref calls it a foul.
Right.
Like that happened in the AC Milan game a couple different times. It happens in pretty much every Premier League match where he just makes this worldly tackle, clean, gets the ball, doesn't touch the player, and the ref just mysteriously calls a foul.
Right.
And I'm sick of it. And it pisses me off.
I mean, we're already seeing reffing issues with the handball stuff in the Community Shield game. So
yeah,
it's going to be another long season of just bad reffing issues, and I totally agree. Like
it's gonna be terrible.
Refs don't know what to call. I don't know how they're trained. I mean, and granted, I think that's probably one of the hardest jobs in football. So yes. I'm not saying this lightly, but like at the end of the day, like calls are getting missed, and yeah, you do have certain players that seem to get it more than others, and Caicedo is definitely one of those.
For sure. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up our all those things, and now we can move to the top. I guess I'm going to say, Chelsea point total and Chelsea will finish will be the last two that we do, because if we do those two now, it's going to spoil other stuff.
Yes.
So those will be the last ones we do. We'll tack those on with it. Yeah,
you see the writing on the wall.
Yeah. So, all right. So 3 relegation teams. These are in no order, people. We just named 3 teams that we feel like will get relegated. So I figured you name one, I'll name one. You name one, I'll name one, so forth, whatever.
I had that question too. I didn't know if we were wanting to do order.
No. Okay. That's just stupid. Okay. We're not that smart.
Yeah. I'm definitely not. I think you are.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll go in alphabetical order then.
Mine are not in alphabetical order, but go ahead. Who's your first team that's going to be relegated, Jason?
Burnley, baby.
Burnley. Okay. I will just say I agree with you. Burnley will also be relegated. They are one of my 3 teams that will be relegated. All right. Who's your number 2 team, Jason?
Leeds, baby.
Hey, okay. Leeds is also on my list of teams to be relegated this year. So we're okay. And the question is, are you going to pull a surprise out on the last one? Well, it's got to be somewhat of a surprise because, obviously I'm not picking Sunderland, which is the other popular pick. But are you going to go like big, or are you just going to – who's your third team, Jason?
Dude, okay, so I went back and forth between 2 teams because I think and I will say neither of those teams was Sunderland. Because Sunderland is staying up.
Yes.
I think I landed, for no other reason other than vibes, on West Ham.
I knew it was going to be West Ham.
Yeah,
I knew. And then let me guess, the other team, I bet you anything, the other team is, was it Wolves?
It was Wolves, yeah.
Yep. Because I'm predicting Wolves to go down.
Yeah. I was between the two.
Yes.
And like, I mean, Wolves kind of, they finished just above Tottenham last year.
And they've lost some players this offseason.
Yeah.
And West Ham hasn't had a good thing either.
Because West Ham lost some of their players too.
Yeah.
But
and Graham Potter's their coach. I sort of figured you were going West Ham when you predicted Potter was going to be the first manager.
I know. Yeah.
He's predicting West Ham to go down.
Yeah, because West Ham lost Kudus and they lost Fabianski. And who was a free agent, but I don't know how much he was playing. And then they lost Oh yeah, they lost Danny Ings and they lost Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, and they lost Cat Kicker.
Oh, Zuma's gone?
Yeah, dude. Several of these players went as free agents.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, Antonio wasn't really playing that much last year, was he?
No, he had that car. Didn't he have like a car wreck at some point last year? And
Oh
like he
yeah,
got
yeah,
really hurt or something like that, I think.
yeah. But they also lost. Oh no, these are players they brought in. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating West Ham. Actually,
I don't know, man. I'm with you. West
None
Ham
of their
is,
signings are inspired though, and it
yeah.
just doesn't seem like I don't know.
They haven't. I mean, they haven't done anything. Graham Potter's their manager, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm with you.
That is,
I can see
yeah.
there's a lot of people. I was looking through X the other day at just different predictions from people. West Ham was at the bottom of a lot of the tables, man.
I know. But I'm looking at
So
Wolves transfers in and out right now too. Yeah, I don't know any of these people. They have spent some money though.
they have the money because they've been selling everybody.
Yeah, Wolves have definitely spent, but yeah, who did they lose? I mean, they lost
They lost
Guedes
Cunha.
and they lost Cunha. Yeah, exactly.
They lost.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
So,
lost some other players that went for decent prices too. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a toss up between those two. I think.
I agree. I agree. I think we're both set on Leeds and Burnley coming right
Yeah,
back up and going right back down, and Sunderland will be the exception this year. They will not go, right back up. Like next year, you can pretty much bank Leicester's probably going to be back in the Premier League. Like they're probably going to go up from the Championship.
Southampton might be back.
Yeah, Southampton might be back. So it's like same teams. It's just like
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, now for the grand finale. Top six.
I hate top six.
Yeah, top six. I don't know why we chose top six. We've been doing a top six. We should just really do top five, but we'll do top
It was
six.
good last year, though. I mean, top six was pretty interesting last year.
It was. Usually, I guess we do top six because usually there's the top six teams, obviously, but then there's six teams that usually tend to separate them, and that's the way it was last year. So we'll start from the bottom, I guess, and go up. Is probably the best way to do it because we don't want to spoil it. And just so you know, I have changed my prediction for who will win the Premier League 3 times since we've been on this episode.
Same.
I don't know. I have no clue. But all right, let's just get into number 6. I am going to go with a shock pick here at number 6 because I always have to have one shocker in there. I always have to have one team that's like, this team probably shouldn't be there, but I'm going to put them there. And I'm going to put this team there. It's not Sunderland either, guys. I'm not that crazy, okay? It's not Sunderland.
Yeah.
But I do think with the lack of European football that Manchester United will sneak up to 6th place this year.
Yeah.
I'm banking a lot on Amarin and getting the most out of his players. I don't know how great Sesko is going to be because we haven't seen a Bundesliga striker translate to the Premier League very well. So is Sesko the exception to the rule, or is he just going to be more of the rule? I mean, like Chelsea has experienced some duds from the Bundesliga. So I don't know, but I do think Amarin gets them back up to top 6.
Man, I love that pick so much because I'm probably going to go kind of predictable for this one. But I've been looking at some of the other teams because I do feel like it is between like there's definitely like a set 8 that people probably think is between, and then your Man U shout is like pretty. I would agree with that. I think. Yeah, I think Man U definitely gets in the top 10. I don't think people are giving them enough due. But I'm just gonna go predictable for this one, but I'm gonna go Newcastle.
Okay,
but I hate that pick. But
is that with Isak or without Isak?
I mean, I'm making it without. I'm making the prediction without. And that there is a lot of question marks around that. And like this is probably the hardest pick because like I think if Newcastle get back in the top 6, it's going to be barely 6 probably. And I don't know if Nottingham Forest gets back up there. And then the only other team that you would probably be able to make like a case for would be Brighton at this point, unless you're doing something like picking Manchester United, which is really good. And I wish I had thought about it. Yeah. So really the pick between this for me is between Nottingham and Newcastle. And I think I'm just going to go Newcastle.
I just don't like. I don't think Nottingham Forest can repeat what they repeated last year.
I agree.
I feel like the year Leicester won the Premier League. I feel like that's what Nottingham Forest did this year, and they're in what, Europa next year? Or are they in?
Oh, they're in one of the things, but I don't know. I don't remember.
So see, that's more competitions for them they didn't have last year. Exactly. So. Newcastle is in. Are they in anything next year?
I mean, they're definitely in something. I am really.
They finished behind us, so they're 5th.
Oh,
right?
Newcastle's in the Champions League.
So they're in the Champions League. So
Nottingham Forest is conference.
Okay, and then
Villa and Palace are in.
Well, Palace isn't now; they're back in Conference League. But
Villa, right.
Villa.
So is somebody taking the place of the conference or the Europa League?
Yes.
Did it just go to Nottingham Forest?
I think so. And then, but I think then whoever finished. No, I don't know if that. No, I don't know if it works for that reason. Okay. No, I don't think it does.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know. Newcastle, weirdly enough, are like a little more seasoned now.
They are
in a weird way, and but the added Champions League is that's the problem.
And my thing is their season hangs so much on Isak,
right?
Like if Isak if he ends up going to Liverpool, like I feel like we're making the predictions too early because that move could literally affect how I predict the top 6 to finish.
Yeah.
Because if they lose Isak, I just don't you can get somebody, but he's not going to be an Isak.
Right.
But then Isak also has health issues.
Right.
So staying healthy for a full season. So
okay, I'm changing my prediction.
Okay.
This is gonna be weird. I'm going Brighton.
Okay. You're going Brighton? I mean
that's weird.
But they're always there. They're always there.
Yeah.
They're just a well-run club. So
I think I got talked into it. But also, not gonna lie, did not realize that Newcastle were about to be in the Champions League. I totally forgot what happened last season because we finished top 4.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So and Brighton themselves are I think they can take advantage of not having any European competition and sneak in there, especially if Newcastle are losing the players that they're losing. And then Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna say Brighton. Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, it's sort of the same rationale I used with United. Like they're not competing in the European competition, so therefore they will be able. It was like us the year before with Poch. That's why we were sort of able to make that run because we had no European competition. And last year, I do think it helped that we were in the Conference League because we did not have to play a lot of our starters.
Full squad rotation.
Right.
Like for the almost the whole tournament. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, that was tough.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Up to 5th now. I guess we should talk. So I'm assuming, I'm just going to guess here, you don't have Tottenham as your 5th pick, right?
No.
So do you think Tottenham?
I don't think Tottenham get top 10.
Again. So you don't think they get in the top 10 at all?
Nope.
I think they'll sneak into the top 10. I just don't. Okay. They can't be that bad for 2 years in a row, can they? Can they really be that bad?
I mean, they do have a new coach.
Yeah.
So it's like you either get the bump or they're like extremely rebuilding. And
Yeah.
like it's just weird because they went all out, and it's like you said, like they're missing some key players that they've
They
relied on
are.
for years. So I'm just gonna think they don't get top 10.
I
It
mean,
would
that's
be
fair.
weird that they don't. If they do get top 10, it'll be right above. But like, also,
Right.
I have a bias. So I don't want them
Yeah.
to see top 10.
Yeah, I don't want them to be top 10 either. And I'm just thinking like that, like that's the thing is like they haven't really made that great of signings.
Yeah,
They've got Thomas Frank, who I don't really rate as a manager.
I agree.
Like, so I just
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. I could see it. There's a world where they don't finish in the top 10. There's definitely a
yeah,
world where they don't finish in the top 10. So um
yeah.
I don't know. That's
It,
crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy to look
It
at
is
like
weird
a
to think
team like
about for
that.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, and like last year, I mean, you can say that it was the injuries that devastated them. That like, yeah, they like
yeah.
had like one defender healthy at one
Right,
point in
right.
time, you know, and you can
Yeah.
say all that stuff. But Crimea River, we dealt with it for 2 seasons. So
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
exactly.
so I don't know. They're an interesting case, and then your best players are arguably already out for the season in Madison.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's rough, man. They're gonna
it
have
is.
a rough season.
I
I'm glad I'm not a Tottenham fan
It
right
could be
now.
rough season, man. I can see it.
Oh,
I'm
so
I'm
bad.
here for it. I'm here for
Yes.
it.
We will rebel.
Yes, yes. All right, fifth place team, Jason. Who you got finishing fifth?
Villa.
Hey, me too.
Yeah.
That's my fifth place team as
They
well.
have hardly made any moves in the transfer market. They haven't lost anybody. They got like one
Yeah,
signing. So yeah, they're roughly the same team, and I do rate Emery as a coach.
yeah. Shockingly,
Yeah.
shockingly, and I mean that's the thing is like they're an interesting case too because they're Europa next year.
Europa. Yeah.
So it's not as strenuous as the competition as the Champions League. So I feel
Mhm.
like they could probably make a deep run in Europa.
Yeah.
And how will that affect their Premier League performance toward the end of the season? If it is a battle
Right.
for like that fourth, fifth, and sixth position, like it was this past year, like I mean, I could see them dropping out of the top five, like down to sixth or seventh, if they're making that deep run in Europa. But
Right.
I'm just gonna have confidence in them that they're gonna finish fifth. That's what happens. Like say Newcastle gets knocked out of the Champions League early, and they don't have to worry about those matches of the year. Maybe Newcastle pole vaults up into fifth place. I could see that happening. Like,
yeah. Villa was in Champions League last year too.
They were.
So I was looking at their last match. They have like a decent number of injured and suspended players. So that would be the thing that's going to get. I mean, like players like Matty Cash and Mings and Mallon, and Jacob Ramsey. So like they do have like I don't know what that means for the start of the season. It might be okay. I don't know their injury thing, but like that would be the thing that messes them up because they are going to need the depth again. But if they have the same team that they're playing, that they made a decent run of the Champions League last season, and so
and you also have to think too with Villa. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, okay.
They had Asensio and Rashford.
Yes,
on
sure.
loan. They made
Yeah.
very good loan moves in the January transfer window.
You're right. Yeah.
How much? I didn't think about that. Like, how much is that going to play an impact on them?
Yeah. Well, they did get. I'm just looking at their transfer list now. They did just buy an attacking mid. Goosand, Evan Goosand.
No clue.
Ivory Coast, baby.
Okay. Give me an Ivory Coast.
Was at Nice for a couple of years. Was on loan to Nantes for some time, but then been at Nice for the last couple of years. Played 80 games, scored 20 goals.
Okay.
So could be a good option for them. Seems like a good bit of business, but you're right. Like they've lost some of the players that were on loan. So, and they also have gotten DCC this year on loan. So that's not good.
All right. So
Well, no,
we
that
move
was
up.
this past season. That loan ended June. Sorry, it's over.
Yeah, it's all good.
He's ours again.
So we both picked Villa to finish fifth. All
Yeah.
right. Now we move into the top four. Um, I'll go and say my fourth place team because I know this team is not your fourth place team. And I say this with the utmost confidence.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yes.
We will finish fourth. I feel
Yeah.
like we're not there yet.
I agree.
I feel like we could. I'm not saying it's impossible to make a run this year or to challenge like we did last year, in December. I just think the talent of the teams in front of us is a little bit better because of their experience. Not because I necessarily think their players are better than ours, because I think our young talent dwarfs every single team in the Premier League. PSG is probably one of the few ones that can rival us with younger talent, but like I just don't know if they're there yet.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer in experience playing a role, but we do have some experience now. We've won the Conference League. We've won the Club World Cup. We talked about this on the last episode. That does bring confidence. Can that confidence transition into experience late in the season when we're playing in 3 competitions still? And, maybe we have a couple injuries here and there. We already have Levi Colwell out for the year.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Like, the defense scares me because we don't have. Will Fofana be healthy this year for the whole year? Like, what Fofana are we going to get when he comes back? How will these players play? Will Reece James be? There's too many question marks around this team still. Like, I don't rate Sanchez. I think we are a defender and a goalkeeper away from truly competing for Premier League titles year in and year out. I do think Sanchez is good enough to get us there. But I question more the defense than anything. Can Reece stay healthy? Because if Reece can't stay healthy, Gusto's not a great defender. Kukurea, I have complete confidence in. Chalobah, I love Chalobah. I just don't know if he's a week in, week out starter in the Premier League. I think he might be there. He might have gotten there last year. And then we just have a question mark at the other center back spot. Like, we don't have one because Colwell's out. And I was under. We talked about on this podcast that we needed a star center back to come in.
Yeah.
This offseason. Like, I wanted a center back over everything else. But they don't listen to me. So whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I just think we are literally our depth is getting there. I believe from the midfield forward, our depth is good enough. I just don't think from the back onward, the depth is good enough to compete for a title. If we have a few injuries here or there, or we have whatever, happens. So I don't know. I'm going fourth. I think it will be more comfortable this year, though, than last year. So,
yeah.
That's my spill about Chelsea and where I think we're going this season.
Everything you said, it's going to sound weird based on what I'm about to do, but everything you said is spot on. And I agree wholeheartedly with everything. And I was more confident in what I'm about to do before Colwell went down. But, and hear me out.
Okay.
I am hoping, and I understand there has to be a perfect storm for this to happen. But
Preach to me, brother.
I am very vibe-based right now. I'm going to read you out the fixture list of what I want. I'm just going to say what I want the fourth place team to be. And I'm going to read you out I'm going to read you out through September. Their first games.
Okay.
They start out with Man United.
Well, I know that it is now.
Away.
Yeah.
Then Leeds, then Liverpool, then Nottingham Forest, then Man City, then Newcastle.
Oh, it's Arsenal. I know who your fourth place team is. Yeah. I mean, I knew it when you said United. Yeah.
Can you imagine a world where where they lose to Man U, Pool, City, and maybe take draws or lose to either Newcastle or Nottingham Forest?
There would be
in their
riots in
first
the
1,
streets
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Like, it is possible.
That's a rough schedule.
Yeah, it is highly possible that the first 2 months of the season, or the first month and a half of the season, they get like maybe 6 points, because their next game is West Ham. They're playing 2 relegated teams. Like, it is in a world where they might get 6 or 7 points out of 24. I'm just saying, for my prediction to happen, and Arsenal finish 4th, we'll know by October 4th whether or not, because they will not recover from that. Especially being, yes, exactly. Especially being that sort of team.
Yeah.
Now, do I know how bogus this sounds? Because you can probably see where this is going. The other 2 teams have to also have similar situations where things just don't go right for them.
Right.
But if any season is going to happen where the top 4 is going to be insanely competitive, including us, now the question mark is the back line. And dare I say, Jarrell Hatto is going to save us in the back line, just as Esteval saves us in the front.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for 19-year-old saving the Chelsea future.
We also have Chalaba. Wesley Fofana is going to go the whole season.
That might be the boldest prediction that you make on this podcast, I know, right? Ever.
That's not even a jinx, because he's not.
Yeah, it's so outside the box. Like, nobody in their right mind would ever predict that. Right. Not on this podcast. Yeah, Jason predicts the impossible to happen.
Yeah. Now, Arsenal have made incredible moves in the transfer window. I just and like, here's the thing, City. Like, I don't even know nobody talks about City. Which scares the shit out of me. Like, that's one of the scariest prospects of this whole thing. But yeah, I know what I'm doing. And I was just walking the other day, because I walk around my town a lot. And I was just walking, I was like, it'd be fun if I flipped 1 and 4. Like, that would be pretty fun.
So, man.
Arsenal are going into 4th place, and one of the main reasons is because their schedule is insane. I am so happy we don't have that schedule.
Yeah. I mean, we started with City last year, first match of the season. So
yeah. I think they get stunted like before they get out the gate. I think they have a lot to prove at the beginning of the season, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
It's a dumb prediction. I know it's a dumb prediction, but that's just what I'm predicting.
Arsenal, I don't think it's dumb, because my take on the 3rd place team is going to be something similar to that. And my rationale for picking the 3rd place team 3rd. But like, it's like, that's the thing, is like, there's so much that goes into a season that it has to be a perfect thing for it to happen. Like, and like, if you start out with those 6 matches, you drop a couple points. We know Arsenal's mentally weak as it is. So, I mean, does that break them? Yeah. Does Arteta, like, because at that point, Arteta will be feeling the pressure. So, like, he's
Yeah.
already feeling the pressure, like,
Yeah.
that he needs to perform this year. So,
And that's another aspect of this. Like we talked about it, they
yeah,
have to win this year.
yeah,
Like this is, if anything, like they are being built up so high.
yeah,
It like there is a world where they don't live up to the expectation.
yeah.
Like
I
in
agree.
a big way. And I think
Yeah,
like it's a Hail Mary, but like
yeah,
I agree with you. Like, yeah, Arteta will be feeling the pressure in October if things do
yeah.
not go well for him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. So third place team. So my third place team is going to be Liverpool.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming.
Yeah.
Dude,
This
I'm
is
with you. Liverpool can get at this year. Like you can go after them.
Liverpool had too perfect of a season last year. I don't
Yep.
care that they added Wirtz or they added
Yeah.
Etika, whatever the hell their striker's name is, or whoever the hell else they've added. They've had a hell of
Right.
a transfer window. Not saying that they haven't. I think they have had a great one. I just don't believe that Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk are
Yep.
going to stay healthy for an entire
Yep.
season again at their age. And Mo Salah carried them last year. Virgil van Dijk has been a stalwart in that it's central center back for them. Konate doesn't even want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Like they lost, albeit not a big loss, Trent. I think that loss is underrated. Or like I don't think that hurts him as much as what people will think it will. I don't think they have full confidence in Allison as their goalkeeper anymore.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Like I think that last year was the perfect storm for Liverpool. They're starting to rebuild, like clearly with their transfers this offseason. They're starting to rebuild. Now, however, I will put an asterisk by this. If they get Isak,
oh dude,
they will challenge for the title. Too many goals in that man's boot, even if he misses half the season. He's sort of like Haaland. City will always be there just because Haaland's there. I just think that they will not have as good of a year this year as they did last year, and that they stayed insanely healthy last year. Like it just if it happens again, it happens again. I just don't see it happening. I don't think that it's going to happen because we played Liverpool really well last year. Like when we played them, Slot I think will be figured out this year. So I don't know.
I mean, you could see that the back half of last season, Slot was figured out. Like, and I'm not just saying when they fell off after they secured the title and then just didn't care, and then they were like gifting 3 points to everybody at the end. Like I like genuinely think like he could be figured out. Yeah, I don't know. You might, because I'm going back and forth, obviously, because you know what number one is. But I'm going back and forth between 2 and 3.
Well, yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking at Man City's transfers but like I don't understand. Like, I guess I don't understand their transfer strategy if they're paying 95 million for Ekatike.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. I call him Etika. I know that's
and
that's not it. But that's
he's an out and out striker, and like also Isak's an out and out striker. Like I guess.
Yeah, but I think
do they play a 2 striker system?
No, I think Etika, whatever his name is, can play on like off, like left a little bit. Like
okay. Oh, you're right. He plays left wing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. And here, like, I think their attack is going to be insane this year. Like Salah is going to do Salah things. Like maybe this is the year he falls off, but the dude.
I think he falls off. I'm predicting he falls off this year, Chase.
But like their attack is crazy.
On paper, yes.
It is a high line pairing.
Yeah.
Or a high back line pairing of Virgil van Dijk and Konate, which is where I think you get them.
I can agree with that because Van Dijk isn't the Van Dijk of old, and because how much does Konate actually care?
Yeah. And one thing we didn't talk about enough in our preseason is like we are, and this happened in the Club World Cup, and this was happening towards the end of last season. Like, we have figured out how to be a transition team. And part of that is because we're defensively solid. Again, question mark, Cole will insert. But we have figured out how to be defensively solid and distribute the ball fast and through the middle or on the wings. Like, we can do it all. Transition. We saw what happens when you play a high line against us against PSG. And like, everybody just writes it off as like, we just had a good day and PSG didn't know. Like, that is one of the clearest moments in Maresca's tenure that you could see a plan, and that they knew exactly how to execute the plan, and that we did it to a T, because we broke all of their press, transitioned out of every counter move they tried to do, and distributed the ball well, even with Bob kicking the ball up the field. Like, I think we can get Liverpool this year. I have been trying to get Liverpool for years.
You predicted it every year. But that's the thing.
A couple years ago, we had them, and we blew it because we drew it, and they beat us last year. Anyway, but like, we can get at them. And if we can get at them, other teams can also get at them. And I agree with you. I think oh man, am I going to talk myself into them going third? Because I had them second.
I don't know. The thing with us is that, like, we have figured out, like you just said, to play that transition football. And last year, we had the conversation on the podcast. I know, because I don't remember who it was. Somebody did a podcast, or somebody did a YouTube video on it, and talking about how we were better when we didn't have 70% possession. When we were around the 55, 56 mark possession is when we are best. That's about what we had against AC Milan. We probably controlled a little more against Leverkusen. But the problem still, in Chelsea's entire season, will be based around, can we break down a freaking low block? We sort of figured it out a little bit toward the end of the year, but it will be, can we break down a low block and stop the counterattack? Because if we can't do that, we have no hope of anything this year. Our season's crushed. But PSG, like, they were literally kicking the ball to us, trying to get us to have more possession in that match, because we were so comfortable off the ball and breaking their press that they literally didn't want the ball, because we just sat there and countered. We sat there and countered. They did not want the ball. And it's one of those things, like, that is almost who we are. It's not as bad as when Mourinho was here back in the day, when we would just literally park the bus and just kill people. And I like the more word transition that you use, because that's exactly what we are. Like, our transition is so quick, so clinical. And if you are out of position, we're going to make you pay. And I really feel like, too, we have built this team like a freaking person builds their team in FIFA. Like, let's just go get all the 99 speed guys and put them up front and just let them run really fast down the pitch. Exactly. Like, that's what we've done. So I don't know. Liverpool, I could see Liverpool drop into fourth, honestly, this year. I don't think it can be replicated. I just don't think it can.
The thing that I'm struggling with right now, because we're going to talk about City, I guess, right now too. The thing that I'm struggling with putting City, it's twofold, because I can see him flipping. Rodri was hurt for a lot of last year.
Pretty much the whole season, not the whole season.
And he is. I mean, you could see what happens when Rodri gets hurt.
He's hurt again.
He's coming back late September.
So probably after that international break in September, I would guess.
The thing about City, though, that is different than Arsenal, is they are, like, mentally on all season. Like, they might have some depths of drop off, but, like, especially towards the end of the season, they just find a groove and they just stick to it, and, like, they just accumulate points throughout the season. And that is, I could see them doing the same thing, like, just looking at their fixture list by the time Rodri gets back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this is hard. Okay, I have to make a decision. I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm just gonna say City for third.
City for third.
Yeah, there's something about them. They just have not. They're not that different of a team than last season, except for injuries.
Yeah.
So and City until last season have just been looked at as like completely invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I heard somebody else talking about this. Like, there's something that happens to a team when you realize you can lose.
Yeah.
And City were finally happened to them last season. So I'm gonna bank on that, and then third, and then yes, then we can talk second.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's fair. Everything said about City. So I guess we got 1 and 2 now. So we obviously know where you're going because it's been that type of podcast the whole time. So we know where Jason's going. So my rationale for this, and I don't really know why. This team went from third to first in the matter of this podcast. So originally at one point I had Liverpool winning the league, and then I thought about it more. I said I just think they're going to fall off this year. Then I had Arsenal winning the league, and I said I can't do that as a Chelsea fan because that's what I did last year, and I'm not doing it again this year. Although maybe it curses them in some way. So I ended up picking Man City.
Yeah.
Strictly off the fact that I think Haaland is going to be healthy this year. Rodri will be there for the majority of the season. It's Pep. They only lost. They only finished 3 points behind Arsenal last year. I mean, 13 points off of Liverpool. But I just don't think Liverpool is going to have that type of season again. And I think United or City will have a better season this year because they won't be missing Haaland for as long of a stretch and Rodri for as long of a stretch. That's one player that you can never. I wouldn't argue with you giving the Ballon d'Or to the year before when Rodri won it because he didn't play the next year, and you saw exactly what City was without Rodri. So I'm just going out on a limb and saying City wins it this year. Just oddly enough,
and
I think they go
second.
out. I think they go early in the Champions League. I don't think they make a run in the Champions League. I think they win the Premier League this year. Arsenal second. So yeah.
And I'm going pool because our pool second. And then Chelsea won. For all the reasons we talked about, but also it's an insane pick. But also it'd be awesome. Like, because I can just see the top 4 teams taking points off each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then us coming in like nonchalantly just winning most of the games.
Yeah.
I can just see it. Like it's there on the horizon. And we have like out of nowhere an insane run.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. So anyway, and then I basically shifted everybody. I basically just flipped 1 and 4 because I could totally see Arsenal winning the league. I could totally see all 3 of those teams winning the league before Chelsea.
I don't
but like there is a situation. There's like a very like 1 in a million chance. I think 1 in 10 million or 100 million.
Yeah.
Where like the other teams get lost in the battle and we like emerge victorious somehow. I don't know. It's just there, and I can't really like. Anyway, it's really dumb, but it makes me very excited. These are hard again.
I mean, I don't think it's like that's the thing is like the top 4 this year is going to be competitive. It always is. It's always super competitive. It's only getting more competitive these last few years. I mean, Liverpool won the freaking league with 84 points last year. That's insane.
I think if we win, we don't have many more points, or we're like there.
Yeah.
We're like right there. Because I think that's what's going to happen again.
Then what's your point total for the year? Because that's one of our predictions.
86, baby.
86? Okay. I went 72.
That's way more. That makes sense.
A little bit more than we had last year, but at the same time, I still think fourth usually finishes around that place. But I do think like Liverpool won with 84. That's low.
Yeah.
Like that's low. And then you go back and look, Arsenal, I just went back and looked at the table. Arsenal drew 14 matches last year.
Yeah.
They lost 4, the same amount that Liverpool lost.
Yeah.
They both only lost 4 matches, but Arsenal drew 14. So does their change lead to more points this year? Like their signings? Maybe.
Probably.
But they also lost Partey, who was a big part of their midfield.
Somebody else?
I don't know. I try not to keep up with too many teams.
It's hard. There's just so many teams to keep up with.
It is. So many.
Anyway, man. I don't know. This has been fun.
It has been fun. It's a crazy season. It's going to be. I felt like it's going to be competitive. I'm excited. I'm ready for Sunday. If you missed the predictions on the last episode, we both predicted Chelsea to win 2-1 on Sunday. But yeah, it's this episode's been way too long. I didn't realize we'd been going for an hour and a freaking half. That's insane. Anyway, do we have anything else to add about this season? I think it's going to be hella fun this year.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. I have one more reason Arsenal finished 4th.
Okay.
Noni Madueke.
I mean, you have to look at that. Like, Saka is, if he gets hurt again this year for a lengthy period of time, I think it's time you start having a serious conversation about him being injury prone, because this will be 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then your backup is Noni Madueke, who scored like 5 goals last year in the Premier League or something like that. So, and 3 of them were in one match. So,
yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. But all right, yeah, I guess that's it. Tell people where they can find us, Jason.
Yeah, we're on X, Instagram, and Substack if you want to catch us in writing. Things will start kicking off soon, just in time for the real kickoffs for the Premier League this season. But follow us. We made it easy for you. Down below. Name's the same on all the platforms at Red White Blues FC.
Yep. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast at. Jason's making googly eyes at me right now. Wherever you listen to your podcast at these days. And we're also on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do whatever you're supposed to do on YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. And until next Monday, we will catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
It's gonna just show everybody what we're playing for. Little rubber duck predictions coming my way.
Yep.
Chelsea winning it all this year. Flippity floppity.